Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome to another Tuesday night with oxygen not included. We were going to be back today with the Inescapable Spaceprison, and I was planning to build some fancy transport tubes for our duplicants to move around a little bit, but unfortunately the lag is still a really big problem since last week. Colony's at like cycle 325. It's got to be so big, and we're doing the beta branch, and they have this logging system that kind of runs in the background. It consumes extra resources and stuff, so unfortunately it's too laggy. I tried playing it a little bit the other day, and it wasn't too bad, but then as soon as I booted it up here for the stream tonight, it was so bad I was getting like 2 frames a second kind of thing. It was really bad anyway. So needless to say, we're gonna be starting a new colony tonight. Now I don't know necessarily whether we're gonna go back to the colony. I'm kind of leaning towards going back to it maybe next Thursday when the update becomes part of the core branch of the game, because then we might actually get back to a place where the colony is playable, and we can try to finish out a little bit with the Inescapable Spaceprison. But otherwise, we'll start a new colony tonight, see what kind of progress we can make. Hopefully we don't kill off too many duplicants in our very first night with the new stream. Sam A with a $10 super chat. Flatulent dupe named Eric Cartman. Oh man, I hate dealing with flatulence in this game. Killing me. Narcoleptic, irritable bowel, squeamish, anemic, yokel, biohazardous, irritable bowel. Man, lots of irritable bowels today. These guys aren't doing too good. Where's the flatulence? I'll tell you, when you want flatulence, you can't find it. That's just kind of how this game works. Calling name the Temporary Paradise. I think I saw someone else suggested a colony name up here also, but I can't scroll back to it. Possibly Temporary Space Prison. I'm not sure it'll fit. We'll see. Possibly Temporary Space Prison. Haha, it fits. They give you a fair amount of space to work with there. Alright, I'm going to try and find a flatulent dupe for you there, Sam. We'll see what we can do. Biohazardous. There we go. Flatulent, Iron Gut. And the name's even Gossman. That's relatively close to Cartman. We'll call that alright. Alright, so this will be Eric Cartman. Apparently this is going to be the South Park colony. Eric Cartman. Alright, so he's got athletics and cooking. So we have a cook and we have somebody athletic. Sun Honey Sage, $5 super chat. Here's new colonies I would like to do in the new one. Sun Honey Sage. All right, let's see if we can find somebody who will work here. So we have cooking already. We should probably get somebody who's good with research. Who doesn't have a crazy negative. Narcoleptic. I mean, that's kind of a nuisance, but it's not really that bad. Keep flipping around, trying to find a good, strong learning skill. 3 learning. No, mouth breather. Eugh. Nobody wants a mouth breather. Jess Stewart with a $2 super chat. Dupe name Dr. What? Instead of Doctor Who. Alright, we can go there. 4 learning small bladder. So unfortunately going to spend a little extra time in the bathroom, but that's alright. This will be Sun Honey Sage. Welcome to the colony. And the last one will be Dr. What. Actually, I feel like Dr. What should be our scientist. So let's go this way. This will be Dr. What. We have cooking, we have learning. What else do I want here? What should I grab for my last one? Farming, maybe? $2 super chat from Polani for Headpants Po. Cooking, learning. Oh, actually, this is a pretty good mix. Ooh, creativity is probably a good one to have. Squeamish, so they won't do medical, or they won't do doctor stuff. That would almost make the appropriate Dr. What. Another $2 super chat from Poe, or Poe's ya bro. Alright, this will be Sun Honey Sage. Okay. And they'll be starting off at the possibly Temporary Space Prison. So, again, my plan is going to be next Thursday to go back to the old colony, and we'll see if we can continue that one, see how well it runs. We got pretty far, and I really wanted to get to the point of getting some of the actual rocket stuff. Look at the crazy amount of algae we have in this colony. That's insane. Who says we need to produce oxygen any other way? We got algae for days. Alright, so they can go branch out both sides over here. Now, the tricky part with this particular spawn point, or world seed, I guess, is that the water's way up here. So we're going to have to dig our way up to it. Normally I would dig my way down and just sort of let all the nastiness sort of fall down there, but I guess we're not going to do that this time. I'm going to keep this pool of water down here intact. And I think maybe what we'll do instead, I normally position my water at the bottom of my colony. I don't know why that is. I guess I just like letting gravity do its work for me. But instead, I guess we'll have our water set up at the top of the colony this time. Sorry I missed yesterday. Ah, don't worry, Durgan. Everybody's got life stuff going on. Things happening. I don't honestly expect everybody's going to be here every time. I mean, it's nice when people are, but don't get me wrong. I don't expect you to be. Everybody's got stuff to do. Wait a minute. You dug the block next to it and then jumped up on top of there. All right, we've got an excellent colony starting right here with super brilliant duplicants who are now breaking the supply of oxygen they're going to need to... Oh, you went up top again. It's Cartman. Of course it's Cartman. And again. Okay, everybody stop. Oh, you... All right, Cartman. Get down here. No, you don't... Okay, you've got to jump down there. This is what has to happen. You need to move down there so you don't... He's out to get me. I'm just trying to preserve the little bit of oxalate we have here. Oh, of course you did. What the... All right. Straight down. This one should be fine. Who picked this dupe? All right, break the block you're standing on. You're just wrecking my oxalate supply. Good job, Cartman. Excellent sabotage as always. All right, so we are going to have a bit of a challenge here because I don't have water for sinks. We're going to need to get topside. Now, the tricky part here is there's a second pocket of water, like right here. So if I build the ladder up, I'm going to be weakening the support underneath this, which is really kind of inconvenient. Matt Hirsch with the $1.99 super chat. Best of luck on this one. Thanks, Matt. That Cartman, I'm telling you. He wants cheesy poos, but he just doesn't want to do the work for it. Okay, let's throw a ladder down here. We can create a little CO2 well right off the bat. What do we got in here CO2-wise? A fair amount of it. Good lord. Lots of oxygen, too, though, so I guess that sort of balances out. Kind of. I was going to go for the water up top first, but I think I'm going to go for the water down below. Because I think I can get to it quicker. My concern is that they're going to go to the bathroom before I get a chance to actually do anything here. Darn these duplicants and their bathroom needs. We've got a little slime over here. I probably should check that for germs. It is germy, so I don't want to break into that too soon. I think we'll do the bathroom on the right-hand side. This is probably not big enough, but that's all right. We'll start small. I think maybe what I might do this time around is, normally I do like one large bathroom, but I think maybe this time I'm going to do a couple smaller bathrooms. And locate them in different areas of the colony. That way the duplicants have a shorter distance to go to the bathroom, depending on where they are. Sam with a $2 super chat. Cryptic, respect his authority. Oh, that Cartman. All right, starting with outhouses, I guess, since that's all we have to work with. We can build some sinks. However, we don't actually have any water to put in them. So they're not going to be super useful, at least not right away. We'll throw those in there. Crazy duplicants. Cartman dude clearly doesn't respect my authority. Yeah, clearly not. I'm supposed to respect his. Bro, are you streaming 1080 by 720? No, I'm streaming at 10. Oh, actually, yeah, the screen size is probably a little bit different right now. So if I go into my options for graphics, it's actually 1024 by 768. The stream itself is going out at 1080p. However, because I'm not playing this in full screen, I want the ability to be able to mouse off of it and click on other things. It's not in full resolution. Only need one sink to make the bathroom, the rest can be outside. Yeah, well, this is only going to be temporary. I don't want them to have outhouses for too long, because unfortunately, with the update that changed the temperature of the compost and stuff, I don't really want them... They're going to pee on the floor any second now. Let's get some priority over here. Do this first. Make toilets. They're more important. Stop with the floor. Quickly now. Yeah, you're going to pee on the floor. Hurry and finish the bathroom. Come on, duplicants. I know, you've all got to go. I made you all hold it. There we go. Only one of them's going to be on the floor now, probably. Oh, no, unless they don't finish the floor underneath, and then two of them will. Good job, guys. Come on. Come on. Use the toilet. Okay. Well, we got one toilet anyway. Phew. Crisis averted. Momentarily, anyway. Dig all this out in here. All kinds of good stuff in this this seed. Fair amount of copper here, too. Not a huge amount, but not bad. Lots of water up here. I think we should be good from a water perspective for a while. At least once it gets to the point where I actually have water for them to work with. Let it flow, let it flow. Thank you for your input, Elsa. The sad faces, so much disinfecting. It's okay. They're fine. It was just a minor pee emergency. Alright. What do I want to do with this water? I think for now I'm going to tap in down bottom. And then ultimately I'm going to wind up using the one that's up above. But in the meantime, this will at least give me access to... Oh no, this is going to dump a whole bunch of sand in the water. That's going to be great. Perfect. Fabulous. Let's keep those there. Small little tunnel down here to get the pitcher pump in. That's going to break it too. Can't win. I'm going to have to dump the sand in. Unless, actually, if I take the sand out first, but that's going to take longer because then they won't be able to go get the water and stuff. They've got a nuisance. Good direction left on this. Why not leave the wild plants to grow for a while? It's free food after all. It is, but I don't care. Here's the reality of the situation. I'm going to pull in duplicates so quickly because I'm going to take a duplicate every time one comes up for a while. They're really, like, the local growing food doesn't really supply a lot. I mean, you think about it, there's one plant here. There's a muckroot, which they're going to have to dig up anyway. Bristle blossom, which they're going to have to do something to prepare. So there's really only 2 mealwood plants here they're going to work with to get any actual usable food right away. A couple plants down here that they could use, I guess, as well, but I'm not really too worried about it. I'd rather focus initially on trying to get into the point of doing some farming and stuff and then leverage that. Oh, sleeping on the ladder with the shine bugs. Oh, speaking of shine bugs, no, we can't feed them yet. We gotta do all the research. So much research to do, and the research tree is so much bigger now that it has all that cool space stuff that's like way out there. Stations. On the plus side, they did change around the research a little bit too, so we'll see how things go. Normally I stick it like right here. I think I'm gonna put it 1 floor down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Floor's gotta go here. Can't build a floor there. There's some oxalite in the way. Man. Come on, guys. Your necessity to actually breathe is causing problems with my design layout. Don't appreciate this. Fix your respiratory requirements. Dig these up, too. Look at all the natural gas already. Oh, the flatulence. I hate the flatulent dupes. They cause me no end of headaches. I make a specific point of never picking them, because they end up farting up the whole joint. So thanks for that, Sam. I really appreciate it. See if somebody can trap their head in there. It's going to happen. It's just a question of when. Sibylline with a $2 super chat. Just because. Thanks, Sibylline. Appreciate the super chat. Let's get some stuff set up here to start working on research. A little research station. I think I'm going to kind of spread things around a little bit and do my power generation up here for now. We have a small amount of copper, so that's good. Save on wiring, we'll go straight down. And we'll tack a battery down here too. Perfect. On the plus side, there is a lot of oxalite here. Like, they're going to have oxygen for a while. I won't really need to be in too much of a rush to build an algae deoxidizer right away. I kind of want to put this here. We'll try it anyway. We'll throw a pitcher pump here. I think it's going to break the roof, and then, or not the roof, but the dirt that's up here, and then we're going to wind up. Let's hold on, flip it around. See if our duplicate's a little bit of extra walking time. Oh, you can't flip it. Never mind. That saves that. Nick Boss with a $10 super chat. Really look forward to these streams. Gotta get a dupe named Holy Shazbot. Yes. Yes, you may. Holy Shazbot. Next thing you know, it's going to be Jiminy Jillikers. Okay, so we've got, we need to get Headpants Poe in here. 5 cooking. Ooh, this one's pretty good. Tryptophobia. What does Tryptophobia do? They won't dig. That's kind of a big skill set in a game like this, but they can build at least. So this will be Headpants Poe. Welcome to the colony, Headpants Poe. You dig out my oxalate, it still seems to, oh yeah, it's oxygen. It does, but as soon as you dig it up, it drops immediately in half in terms of the mass, which reduces the amount of time that you can get the oxygen from it, unfortunately. Yeah, they did cause a little bit of a spill. That's okay. They're gonna get, oh man, everybody's gonna take a little bath every time they come down here to pump water, and that kind of sucks. Can you reach this without going down? Oh, you can. All right, let's break that one little sand block. That might create some space. Well, nope, not really. That didn't accomplish a lot. Our poor duplicants. Maybe if they mop this up, it'll be pre-bottled for them, and then they don't have to worry about it. Okay, we have science now. We are going to need to do some sciencey type of stuff. All right, so the jobs board is here. Now, they've moved the advanced research up 1 level, so now the supercomputer doesn't get unlocked at the bottom tier. But also, this second tier of stuff, as you can see, doesn't require the advanced research points. It only requires the novice research. So they've kind of rejigged things a little bit to give us earlier access to some of those critical requirement items without having to go into the supercomputer. But then after that, it you know, very quickly gets into all the stuff that requires the supercomputer to run. So we're going to go after the jobs board first, so we can get people assigned to different things. And let's go into our... I can't even open the job setting yet. So let's go to priorities, and we'll look at... who's our smarty pants again? Dr. What was our smarty pants, right? So we'll set Dr. What for high priority there. Snoops with the $5 super chat. Hey, got a little bit of a signal on the road. Can I please get a dupe? Been ages since I had my own heart. Is it really? That's surprising. Thanks for the super chat, Snoops. Man, we got a decent stock of hatches here, too. I should probably get to the point early on where we can put a feeder out for them. We won't even make us like a stable for them, but we could just keep them in a place where they don't die on us and keep them fed. That might come in handy. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the next floor level. I'm going to try and get this floor built early on so that we can try to trap some of these hatches on the floor that I could make use of them. Don't know why you're complaining. Air Cartman's a small, dupe-sized portable natural gas geyser that also digs and cooks. Well, yeah, but the trouble is the gas kind of free floats everywhere, and then it tends to cause issues with, like, stifling farms, and you gotta manage it and stuff. It makes my brain work. Anything that makes my brain work is a negative. At least in my book. I may be biased. Maybe I should just leave that sand there. They won't walk in puddles. Although it did bury the water bottles they so kindly bottled up for us. Polani, $2 super chat. Forget Posey, bro. Dupe name Lives Alive. we have one named Headpants Poe. Do you want to change the name on it, Poe? Change it over to Lives Alive. Sounds almost like a soft drink. It's like 5 Alive or something. Research complete. Thank you, my duplicate friend. Let's go into farming next. Get our stuff set up so we can produce food early on, because this food's not going to last forever, particularly at the rate I'm going to take duplicants in. We will need a jobs board, so let's get that built. Where's our stations? Jobs board. Oh, they got a water cooler right away, too. Jobs board and water cooler comes at the same time. As soon as you get a job, you get a water cooler to hang out at. It's kind of good. Yeah, I'm so SMRT. I can make mistakes, live the best of them. It's too bad you can't cut down the number of beds by having a rotating schedule. Yeah, they all get assigned beds. But I mean, in fairness, you probably wouldn't be super happy if you had to constantly share a different bed with other people by yourself. So, I mean, all things considered, I guess it's not that unreasonable that duplicants want to sleep in a bed that they get all the time. Yeah, live's live. Okay, hold on. Let's go into our vitals. Where's Headpants Poe? Change this to live's alive. Even let me put in the punctuation. How about that? Make sure it took. No, it didn't. What's going on here? All right, we caused a problem. The duplicate name doesn't require correctly in the vitals. How about in the priorities? Yeah, there we go. Now to the vitals. No! You will forever be dubbed Headpants Poe in the vitals. Minor bug. Just a minor one. Hot bunking, yeah. It's kind of like desk sharing at work, but instead it's bed sharing. I don't know. Got some nice shine bugs around here too. We should try to keep those alive also. I unfortunately can't feed them yet, because we have to research the stuff to be able to do that. But when we get to the point where we can, that would certainly be a good thing to have. Let's throw some storage in here. Give ourselves a place to put all the nasty stuff. And I don't have anything in refinement yet, but that's going to come with the farming update, I think. Let's assign some jobs while we're at it. So we know Dr. What is supposed to be Smirt. Oh, that's weird. It goes like right off the screen. That's not helpful. And my taskbar at the bottom is not cooperating either. Are you kidding me? Just have fraught with challenges today. First world problems. Okay, let's get Dr. What here. They can do the research. Nightcore 5770 with a $30 super chat. First stream I've been able to make it to. Glad I'm finally here. Welcome, Nightcore. Appreciate the super chat. Welcome to your very first stream. Hopefully we don't kill anybody off too quickly and you actually get a chance to see a little bit of the game. We're going to get an artist in here, Sun Honey Sage. We'll get a chef, Eric Cartman. Oh, how appropriate is that? Eric Cartman, the chef. It's amazing. And then I think Lives Alive can go as Gopher. And they've all got decent skill sets for all those too. They'll put these on auto-prioritize, but we will have to set priorities initially. No, they haven't gotten the hat yet. You go get your hat. And then actually, it might actually set the job correctly. Because they didn't have it yet. Lives Alive is live. See, that name would kind of work better if we were doing like a Fortnite stream or something, where people are constantly popping in to say they're live. That doesn't really happen so much on Oxygen Not Included. But incidentally, this whole week, I'm doing a stream. I'm doing streams that are all clay games. So yesterday we played Hot Lava. Tonight we're playing Oxygen Not Included. Tomorrow night I'm going to be playing Mark of the Ninja Remastered, which I haven't tried before, but I've heard is really good. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. Thursday night is going to be another Oxygen Not Included stream, and then on Friday night we're going to do Don't Starve Together. So it'll be a whole week of clay games this week, which should be fun. Oddly enough, they haven't cleaned the toilets yet, I guess, because we don't have any nasty waste stuff. So, all right, there you go, guys. Got our first level food done. That'll give us access to the compost. Meal prep's the next tier up. Man, the ranching is a little high up there. We can't get to that just yet. I want to feed those critters so they don't die off on me, but I guess as long as we keep them relatively okay, they'll be fine. Plumbing, interior decor. Sanitation. I'm not ready for that yet because we're going to have to get the plumbing anyway. Let's look at going a little bit further with meal prep. Get some farm tiles. We can start building out our first farm. Make sure we have a good supply of food. Because, frankly, my food always drops really fast on me. Just curious, what's Cartman's stress response? Probably binge eating. Let's just double check. Here, Cartman. Let's see. Bio. Cooking, training, amenities, equipment. Where is the stress response? Eric Cartmans are major goofballs who can make anyone laugh. How appropriate is that? It's almost like we planned it. Oh, he's a vomiter. He's not a binge eater, just a vomiter. Thank goodness, because frankly, the binge eating thing is kind of a nuisance. They're doing a good job of tidying up, at least. I'm not going to give them too many orders. I have a really bad habit when I'm building a colony of trying to tell them to do too many things at once. That always kind of runs into the situation where they're not really accomplishing much because I've told them to do too much. So I figure if I let them clean up a little bit, that'll help the overall decor. Plus, we're going to conserve a little bit of oxygen because we're not going to expand on the size of this too quickly. Doing a lottery to decide who you'll play DST with. Well, I was going to ask Jack if he wanted to play because I played with him before, and he's pretty knowledgeable about the game. Definitely far more knowledgeable than I am. And then I guess I would. I'm going to go to the Discord and see who else is interested in playing, and maybe we'll get to maybe like a 6-person game going. See how that all goes. Everybody's got a job, so I don't have to worry about that. Look at all the hatches down here. I could actually just turn this right into a hatch farm almost. I don't really have to worry about taming them, but if I could just get the stuff unlocked to get it. Shine bugs too. I have kind of a laissez-faire attitude usually with critters in the game, and I often miss out on good opportunities with them as a result. So I would like to try to preserve that. Let's throw an automatic door on here. We'll give them a ceiling. Now I do have a bit of a challenge. So we do have to put a place to put the compost. I've typically put it like right next to the bathroom, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to send it all the way down. It's going to take them longer to get down here, but this will help trap some of the heat away from the colony a little bit. At least until they store the dirt. Actually, where's the germs here? Germs! Oh, boy. Well, we're not putting it there. Forget that. Put it on this side. Yeah, enough room there for one anyway. Play DST with me, CrypticFox. I'm basically clueless, yet hilariously helpless at the same time. That's funny. Yeah, I'm really kind of the same way in that game. I just sort of stumble around like a fool and let other people accomplish things. I've been playing I've been playing it this week because I wanted to brush up on the game a little bit because it's been a while since I played it. I was like, man, I can't remember how to do anything in this game. The first couple of games I tried, I died on like day 3. I was like, oh, all right, this is gonna go really pathetically. So hopefully, and I didn't plan that very well, did I? Never store the eggs. Critters last forever. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I want to get some food down or something. I mean, the thing is, I want them ultimately to be a useful source of things. So, the hatches in particular, if we can get to the point where, you know, we feed them and they propagate, and then we can either use their eggs or we can use the meat from the critters, and I feel like that's kind of a good thing. And we need somebody who's got digging, because I actually tapped into something down there we can't touch. Let's see. We need a miner. Lives Alive it is. Oh. No! Lives Alive can't dig. That's right. Well, that stinks. Okay. We don't really need a chef right now, or an art student. Let's put a Sun Honey Sage on it. We don't have any artwork anyway. They're like the starving artists. They just sort of lay around and don't really paint or do anything. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, Jess. They will last forever, except they only really lay one egg in order to replace their life cycle. So we kind of want to boost up their egg production if we can. So I guess if I just put feeders down, that would probably accomplish most of it. You don't really have to do anything fancy. I like to toy around with fancy stuff because I want to get it to a point where I can get like a self-collecting system. I saw someone do something neat on Reddit the other day where they had set up the system so that the auto sweeper would pick up the egg and then drop it instead of like putting it into a storage container, which was kind of neat because they could get it to like drop down to a lower level, which is pretty cool. All right, so next duplicate, let's see. Noodle arms, mouth breather, anemic. Well, that's just great. Camille's probably the best choice of these, so this is going to be Matt Hirsch. Welcome to the colony, Matt. Okay, research. They're not working on anything. We have our meal prep done, so we can start to work on farming. Let's see, plumbing, ventilation. I think I'm going to go into plumbing next. Give me some fancy plumbing stuff. Plumberize us. We have our first room here, too, which is good. That's our little fancy latrine. It's not a proper bathroom, but we'll fix that up later. Like I said, I'm going to try and make 2 of these. Maybe I'll put one on either side of the colony. That way the duplicants can kind of divide and conquer, as it were. What do you guys think of the butcher station for killing critters? You mean like building a butcher? I feel like that would be a little bit too dark for this game. Like, people are kind of doing it anyway in a creative way, I know, but somehow it just seems a little bit too dark. Let's go into food and grab farm tiles. We're gonna put our farm right here above our gate. Start with just one giant row. And I might as well give them double access to it, get it both sides. This centerpiece, I think, is actually a little bit larger than I normally build in a colony. So I'm gonna have to figure out where to put the living quarters. I want the living quarters to be up, not down, because I don't want them to be in the place where the CO2 is going to overcome it early. Particularly if we stop producing a sufficient quantity of air. But we are limited in height on this side because of the water, so maybe we'll put like a little apartment complex up here. Liam was selectable. Get up name one after Brains 8D. Yeah, but they have like noodle arms and stuff. I don't really like those. I don't like the super bad ones. I have played colonies with those before, but usually it just ends in crying on my part. Okay, let's get furniture set up here. I want to have a couple of rooms here that will be big enough for everybody. So if I put an outer wall at that edge, how hot is it over here? I'm gonna try and end it like here for now if I can. Kind of stay away from like the really hot stuff. The germs don't really start here until much farther out, but if I can keep a bit of a barrier, I might be able to manage temperatures a little bit. So let's put a cot in here. I'll assume this is going to be, this last tile here will be the wall, so we have enough space on either side. We'll throw a door on here. Look at a space, cot, space, door, space, cot, space, nope. Alright, somebody's gonna get shafted with a small bedroom if I do this. Can't have that. We gotta go with big rooms. How many tiles is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can't even count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12? Can't divide that evenly when it takes up a block in the middle. Alright, that'll work. Good enough, Ski. Our duplicates are going to get some nice, luxuriously sized rooms. That'll be okay. Sam A, $2 super chat. Think of all the jokes when Dupe Kenny dies. No, they killed Kenny. These rooms are needlessly large. This is gonna cause some real estate problems. But, whatever, that's half the fun of the game. Ooh, that's full of CO2. That's not gonna be wonderful. Not thrilled about that. Plumbing's done. Let's go to decor. Let's get artistic expression out of the way. We'll try to get these guys in a reasonable decor situation. Since I've already given them jobs, I probably should try to make sure that we don't overstress them. Can only think of one joke when Dupe Kenny dies. Yeah, I can't really think of too many others either. It's pretty much always just the one line. And it's not even family friendly. Real estate problems? Welcome to Florida. 2 per bed. Do you get plastic? Or 2 bed per. Yeah, we could put 2 in each, I guess. As long as they're not loud sleepers. I could really cram a lot of guys in here, actually. I mean, all things considered. Yeah, whatever. We'll crowd them in a little bit. We're going to get a lot of duplicates in here, probably, so we might as well make use of the space. Put 3 beds in this room, but I'm not going to do that to them. Particularly since one of those duplicates is going to be a flatulent one. I feel like that's just setting somebody up for misery. Be like the world's worst college roommate. I guess if I move the door, if I move this over 1, I could fit them in a little more evenly spaced. But then I couldn't play with everybody's OCD, so we're not going to do that. Good day, everyone from the future. Well, Australia, anyways. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Never understand why you separate the rooms. You can fit 4 plastic beds in one room. Yeah, except that they get a different benefit from it. So, the barracks need a single bed, etc., etc. For the actual bedroom, single comfy bed, no cots, no adjuster. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could put them all in there, but I don't know. I just like being silly. It's almost like giving them their privacy kind of thing. There's really no necessity to build a separated rooms like that. And we've already got, we already have barracks here now, so they're getting a morale bonus off of that. Not that it's a lot, but it's a little bit. We're feeling a little happy. Let's plant some mealwood. Yep, only 36 minutes in. You got here relatively early. Put Cartman's caught in the bathroom. There's space. Yeah, I guess we could. Poor, poor stinky Cartman. Sanitation research is in the mesh tile. Where's the airflow tile? Where do they move stuff to? So the airflow tile is in pressure management. And they have mesh tile now in the sanitation one. So you get that actually relatively early. So you care more about their privacy than their oxygen. That's correct. That's correct. They're going to die in their own lonely little cages. Other when you have a loud sleeper, the room's a good thing. Yeah, because you want to separate the beds apart if you have a loud sleeper. I generally avoid taking those. Not because it's really that big of a problem. I just don't... there's so many negative traits you can take that are really not much of a hindrance. Like pacifism. I mean, it's like a non... It's like a non-event. It's not a negative downfall at all, really. Unless you don't want to keep critters around, and then I guess it could be handy. I should probably get into sanitation relatively soon, because this is producing some polluted oxygen. This is going to float up. All the nice fart juice is settling down here at the bottom. So you don't have to deal with that yet. Stinky fart juice. Yeah, bedroom doors are mesh for no privacy. I have the mesh so that the air passes through. I want to make sure that they can breathe. Alright, so we have oxygen needs already. Not too happy about it, but we'll stick that down here. Tab this in. So much for all that wonderful oxalate we had. It was lovely for the short time we had it. Now it's just gone. Let's get all these plants out of here. Get him out of here. It's a shame the shine bugs don't make the mealwood grow any better. It's just not a plant that benefits from light. At least there's no fights about who farted. Well, that's true. It's definitively only one duplicate at this point. Poor, poor stinky Cartman. Did I start a new colony? I did. We tried to load up the old colony, but the lag was just so bad. I really couldn't go at it. I decided that it was better off to start a new colony rather than canceling the stream. And it was also better than trying to play the colony that I had going because the lag was so bad that it was really hard to play. Virtually unplayable, some might say. So I threw in the towel, started a new colony. We'll play this for at least the next couple streams. I'm hoping next Thursday when they update this to the core part of the game, we might be able to go back to the Inescapable Spaceprison so we can get right away into some of that, well, closer to some of the rocketry stuff. Because it's going to take a while to build a brand new colony all the way up to that point. So if we can kind of shortcut that, that would be good. I'm going to go with the sanitation for now, I guess. Look, they have automatic controls. They move them way down here now. So we have power shutoffs and switches. Automation wire bridges, automation wires. Those used to be like much farther up in the research tree, so they've shifted those down. Hoping that I guess that people will get more utility out of them earlier on in the game. Carter Clark with the super chat. Good evening, CrypticFox. How's your back doing? My back's not bad, thanks. Still attached anyway. I have a fun procedure I get to go do where they jam a needle into my spine and give me some sort of an injection that's supposed to get rid of the inflammation around my nerve. That's supposedly supposed to provide some relief, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. For the most part, my back itself hasn't been bad. It's been more my leg that's been kind of a challenge because of the way the nerve is pinched. When critters eat stuff, they produce something like hatch. Do the shine bugs eat or produce other than light? I'm a little confused. So the hatch eats and it poops out coal. The shine bugs eat and they don't have any waste product. They just produce light, I guess. And then they'll lay an egg eventually too. As long as they have enough, you know, as long as they're sustained or whatever. They're hungry right now though. That's not so great. Hashtag stand up for Fox. Actually, it's funny. Anthrodesk reached out to me today by email and asked if I was interested in, I think it's called a wobble chair, where it's like it's a telescopic chair that could be extended up tall enough that you can use it as a little bit of a seat even when the desk is in the standing position, but it's got like a rounded base on it so that it's never 100% stable. And I guess the idea is your body has to naturally kind of keep it stabilized. Which is supposed to help, I don't know, continue to use your core or something while you're working. So, yeah, they reached out today to see if I was interested in one of those. So I might get that and see what it looks like. Okay, we have 3 more duplicants we can pick from. Sam in here already. Got Matt. Sibylline. Let's bring in Sibylline. Early bird digger who's creative. Or a yokel that does a little bit of everything. Or somebody squeamish, which means they won't do medical stuff, but they have 2 of their skills out of 5. I'm going to take this one. Sibylline it is. All aboard. First time watching your stream live. Welcome, Joseph. Glad you're able to make it. Know the field is currently suffering from viral meningitis, so I'm watching from a hospital bed. Keep your chin up, man. Oh, man, that sucks, John. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully they get that all stamped down and you get everything taken care of. Yes. Yes, that's what professional ceramics artists use. That's my dream chair. It is? Huh. It's almost like a stool. Like, it doesn't have a back on it, but it's telescopic so that it can be lowered down low if you're sitting at the desk or raise it up high if you're standing. It looks kind of cool. The only catch with it is that it makes my body work. Let's get an artist in here now. I think I'm ready to start to add in some decor. Sun Honey Sage is currently the only miner. And nobody else is well skilled at it. Well, isn't that awesome? Well, let's bring in this one. We'll move Sun Honey Sage to artistry. You can finally live the artist lifestyle. You have a skill of 5, so that'll do well at decorating up our colony. And then I think we'll put Matt in the architect position, maybe. Yeah, he likes it, but he doesn't have a lot of skill in it. Eh, whatever. Go do that job. Go forth and work apply. Have you ever played Ark? Yep, I played Ark Survival Evolved quite a while ago, actually. It's been a while. Enjoyed the game, but I wasn't really into the whole... not colony aspect of it. What do they call it? Where you join like a club kind of thing. Tribes. I wasn't really into the whole tribe aspect of it, so unfortunately it wasn't really something that was terribly successful at. I played it for a while with my buddy Kazi. I think at best I could say we were mildly entertaining, but outside of that, it was not super successful. Yes, exactly. Ceramics equals you lean forward, don't need a back on the chair, put it up against a wall so you can lean on the wall while you're working. Oh, okay, I see. That's cool. When are we going to do another car simulator? Probably next week. This coming weekend, there's an update coming out for the Porsche DLC. So I think that'll be fun to play around with. Kind of looking forward to trying that out. Man, we got stinky stuff everywhere. I cut into a pocket of CO2 up here, so it's now got to settle all the way down. I think I'm gonna need to. I need to build a little flooring on this side so I can put another oxygen-producing system over here. My peeps need air. So we'll stick an algae oxidizer here, and we'll get it on both sides. I normally like to keep them similarly placed in the colony because it creates like a balance in the oxygen in the colony where it kind of evens out the pressure. Now the way this is set up, there's a much more open space over here, so this isn't exactly balanced, but it'll do. Hopefully. I do have sanitation unlocked, but I didn't see the mesh tile. I must have just unlocked. No, I just did artistic impression. Where's the mesh tile? There it is. Okay, I'm going to swap out a couple tiles here because I want to make sure the gases are passing through here well. When they're in their bedroom farting up a storm, I want to make sure it gets out and so it doesn't have to make its way out the door instead. Ah, yes, new CrypticFox colony. Now a copy of seed and design. Yeah, here's the seed, by the way, if you guys are interested. I think I put a world seed in the stream, but don't use that one because that's actually the one for Inescapable Spaceprison. This is the seed here for this one. 210-5579162. If you use that seed, you'll get the same world gen here. Hashtag Bob the Builder for Architect. Can you tell me the name of the company again? I'm going to see if they ship to me. Yeah, it's called Anthrodesk. So it's Anthrodesk. I've been really liking the desk. I have it up and down several times a day at this point. Okay, we have double oxygen running now. We have room for more research. They just finished the artistic expression. What I want you to do now, guys. I guess we'll go here and unlock our advanced research. We have 4 beds and 6 duplicants, so we're going to need more bedroom space. Sorry, little hatch buddy, you're getting evicted. I'll just make this one a big room. It's not really a straight benefit to having subdivided little rooms anyway. Just pack our duplicants in like sardines. Cartman will probably off himself. He already tried several times. He was digging out the ground underneath himself, and then rather than letting him drop down, he jumped onto the one piece I didn't want him to go. And then when he was digging out another area, he jumped even higher up, so he stranded himself up there. I mean, he dug his way down and got out, but it's just a kind of Eric Cartman thing I would expect. Give Eric Cartman multiple bathroom breaks throughout the day. He needs it. Kitty, no! It's too bad you can't name the hatches. We can name one Kitty. Kitty! Ooh, vacuum up there. Alright, keep going up on this side. This is really unbalanced. I don't normally do this. But I want them to get, I want to get the roof finished in there. Let's throw in a second layer of farm tiles here. Try to keep a nice compact farm this time. More ladder on this side, because every colony needs more ladder. Oh no, a flatulent dude. My worst nightmare. Yeah, I normally make a point of avoiding them, but somebody wanted one specifically, so we brought in a flatulent duplicate. We named him Eric Cartman. And now he's in the process of gassing out our hatches, who have already laid an egg down here. And a sage hatchling egg, too. Those guys have been busy down there. Let's see. Plumbing, etc. I'm going to need to try to seal this in somehow. I don't want a water spill. There's a decent amount of water up here. Not bad. And this guy blocked the door. Good job. Why do you have natural gas in the base? It's the flatulent dupe. He's tooting up a storm. Okay, advanced research is done. Combustion I'm not super worried about right now. Let's maybe look at pressure management. We'll go up that way, and then we'll also build our supercomputer. Get that on our ever-expanding power grid. Man, the plants are not doing so well up here. Gas pressures are not fantastic in this setup right now. Just gonna create a little bit of ability for the air to kind of spread out a little bit here if I can. The trouble is these farm tiles, they don't really allow gas movement. I might actually break a tile or two and just put in mesh tile or something, or just leave the gap open so that the air can spread in here a little bit easier. This will help already because the air that's being... See, like, this floor here is, like, super oxygenated right now. So if I can create a way for the air to expand and move around a little bit easier without the impediment of all these walls and stuff, then it'll pressurize a little better. You have a big area in the bottom of your base you can drop the water to. Why not just drop it? Yeah, I mean, I could. I mean, I have a tendency to put the water at the bottom of my base most of the time. I also have a tendency for my duplicants to pee in the water most of the time. So I probably should keep it elevated up top where they're less likely to pee in it. If they have any kind of an accident this way, the water's not going to get contaminated. At least it won't if I break this off, so that if somebody has an accident, it won't pool into here. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to leave it up top side, only because it's different from what I normally do, and I kind of want to keep... I like doing something a little bit different each time I make a colony, so that I can kind of experiment with different ways of handling things. I think you're going to need a bigger battery and another hamster wheel. Yeah, we definitely are. I'm kind of toying with putting another battery down bottom here somewhere. I want to keep the heat trapped away from the central part of the colony as much as I can. If we can block it out here. It's bad enough that we already have, like, this whole string of things right here is going to get really warm. The algae deoxidizers produce air that's at like 30 degrees, which is kind of on the warm side. So if I could trap the heat down below here, it would be better. But I have access to gold right here too. That's pretty cool. Oh, and polluted oxygen, which I don't want to mess with right now. Not that it's germy, but I just don't have a way to clean it yet. Or do I? No, I don't. All right. Thought that was in the sanitation tree, but maybe that shifted around. They did move a few other things. Where is... It's not in decontamination. Oh, yeah, it is. There it is. It's in decontamination. So we'll have to get to that before I can get fancy deodorizer, rather. Let's just take this out here instead. We'll put it over here. Oh, I don't have the big batteries yet. We gotta get that too. So much research to do. Need a separate power circuit just for Cartman power. Maybe that's lights the stream 24/7. Oh my gosh, the amount of effort that would go into doing all that. So they did have storage containers. I thought they were accessible earlier on, I thought, but it looks like you have to research them farther into the research tree now. Or maybe I'm just confused because we had a colony that was already in flight. Wait a minute. Copy these. Grow all kinds of mealwood. Sam A. CrypticFox moving merchandise. Yeah. Oh yeah. If Anthros offers you a code for advertising for them, let me know. I'm totally buying that chair from their US store. Oh, they didn't realize they had a US store. That's pretty cool. Okay, this one will be Nick Bost. Pacifist buff. That's pretty good. The other one's narcoleptic, unconstructive, narcoleptic, art research. Athletics is pretty good. But construction, I'm going to take this one here. This can be Nick. Congratulations, Nick. Hopefully you're good at building things. We're going to give you a job right away. And put you into the architecture position. Ooh, we're going to be able to move some people around again soon. Let's set this up for everything edible. Cooking ingredients too, I guess. We'll actually need to set up some food storage eventually, but right now they're consuming it so quickly that it doesn't have a chance to go bad, so... Maybe lock Cartman in his own room and use him as a gas generator. We really could. We could almost give him his own, like, dedicated apartment. And maybe that's what we'll do. Nelly knee. Where have I heard that before? We're men in tights. Man, this hamster wheel is doing nothing to charge up this battery. What's going on here? It is connected, but man, I feel like the small battery just doesn't hold what it used to. Let's get the big batteries. Moving to power regulation. I know I was working on ventilation, but I think I'd rather get the power regulation now. Get our hands on that big battery. We have a broken toilet, so that's amazing. Forgot to set these at top priority to be cleaned. Tweeted improvement to the oxygen generation and cooling system that you usually make. That's cool. There's so many different ways to do things in this game. I think that's what I like so much about it. I love the variability. New member, Nightcore 5770. Welcome to Team Green, Nightcore. Appreciate the support. Thanks for the membership. It'd be nice if they did introduce a liquid-only permeable tile. It would work nicely for waste storage. Yeah, that could be cool. I mean, now that they have storage tanks, I mean, you could just pump stuff into the tanks now, I guess. Which sort of accomplishes a lot, but... What are we doing oxygen-wise? See, this is what I normally try to keep it balanced. So because we have excess pressure on the left-hand side of the colony, it ends up forcing the CO2 more to the right instead of downward. So we're getting it all kind of compressed over here. I can kind of expand out this way a little bit. Create a little bit more room for the CO2 to settle down here, but I'm going to have to create some more gaps in the floor to let the nasty air settle. There's some more mesh tile in here, I guess. Here's what it is. CrypticFox tea caddy. You acquired the Men in Tights for the concert. Oh, that's funny. Did somebody say where that was from? I'm sure they probably did. I know I've heard that before. Plenty of meal ice for 15 dupes. As for the water move it left to keep the green biome from heating the side. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to avoid moving it too much. Place all your research and batteries to the left side of the colony to help to heat that, keep that part in the middle. Yeah, I built them here initially, but I really should put them like somewhere else. I guess if they were over here, but my only challenge is the germs that are right here. I can't really dig too much farther out this way. I really don't want that in the center of the colony, though. Yeah, let's relocate it. That's a good idea. Let's go to our stations. It's going to take extra wiring, unfortunately, because we'll have to... Oh, come on. Dig this out. Give me that. It'll take a little bit of extra wiring to get over there, but that's okay. In the long run, it'll be better from a heat management perspective. Which is hotter, I wonder? Probably the supercomputer. Start destroying beneath screen doors when the door divides two rooms, increases airflow and saves on resource. Yeah, I guess that would work too. Yeah, like if you just broke right here, creates a gap that the stuff can flow through without having to actually use materials. I'm a little silly in my construction methods, so I'm not going to do that, but yeah, that would definitely work. Still no batteries. No to the batteries. Well, you know what? We only have one research scientist. That's probably going to... We'll have to correct for that after two. We're not at the point where we're using the supercomputer yet, but when we are, having two researchers would be better than one, so we should probably try to snag one of those next if we can. In terms of our next incoming duplicate. Let's pipe some wiring over to here. Deconstruct this. since we built it and never used it. Go us. Movie called Men in Tights, starring Carrie Elwes. Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. Okay, this can be broken out too. Oh, look, somebody else is over there doing the research. You're not even a scientist. Stop it. You look so happy to be done work. Woohoo! I don't have to work on this thing anymore. I get to smash it. Hooray! So happy about breaking things. All right, let's go to breaking some power wires and get rid of that. Might as well expand our storage capacity in here too while we're at it. Oxygen's good, though temperature's going to be high, unfortunately. I'm wondering why you put the mealwood on top. A couple of reasons. Mostly, well, actually, the main reason is because of temperatures. Temperatures and gas pressures. So, if you look at the lower part of the colony down here, I could build it down here, but then what I've found in the past is that when my air pressure fluctuates, it's the lower part that sometimes suffers the first. The gas levels tend to rise up, and then you get this sort of inflection point between oxygen and CO2 where gas pressures aren't really optimal. I've also found that the temperature seems to heat up more at the bottom earlier, unless there's a lot of water down there to act as an insulator. Whereas if I build it up here in the core part of the colony, the temperature stays really stable. I can manage it really well just by controlling the generalized temperature of the oxygen in the colony. So when I build it up here, the plants are much less likely to stifle from heat. That's just my preference. It's not that it's a definitive way that you have to do it or anything, but that's just how I tend to do it. If you build it too much to the left or the right side, then you're getting heat from outside the colony, so you don't really want that. You want it to be more centralized. That's just a question of where you want to put it, I guess. I mean, the alternative is to build a dedicated space for it and then cool it to the appropriate temperature and then manage the temperature that way. However, this area in the colony is going to keep kind of the ideal plant temperature range for the longest period of time without any intervention, so it's just the easiest way to go. Keep in mind that CO2 locks will not function properly if your dupe is allowed in. The dupe can displace the CO2 with lighter gas, so be careful around chlorine. Oh, did they change that now? So the duplicates passing through can now displace the gas? If so, that really stinks. Hitsuo! Hey, love your videos. Been watching a lot lately since I came back to the game, and I'm trying to learn what I lost. Well, welcome to the call, or welcome to the stream, rather. Glad you're able to make it, and I'm glad you enjoy the videos, too. This is my favorite game. No, just the flashlight? Oh, right. If he passes through and he breaks wind into it, you could displace some, yeah. Oh, Cartman. I'll have to put a door on it and tell Cartman he's not allowed to go through. I figure out where I'm going to have my kitchen and eating area. I think maybe I'll put the kitchen space up top here this time. If I can clean up the germs that are here, because there's a pocket of polluted water, which isn't ideal. And there's this funny little pocket of germs we have in here. This is all germy. And there's a barrier where there's like nothing, and then we get into the actual swamp biome. It's so funny that there's just this little bit in here. If we can break this out, then maybe I'll do like a great hall and a kitchen area, food storage space kind of over on this side of things. How would you ask? Can you make a tutorial for the video for the advanced stuff? Like how the stats for thermal conductivity work. Yeah, there's actually... I've been meaning to get back and do a bunch of different tutorials for things, and I just haven't been, because I'm a horrible procrastinator. So there's a bunch of stuff I wanted to try to tackle. Yeah, the thermal conductivity can be a little bit tricky, because there's two things that you're looking at. Is how readily does it allow for the transfer of heat, and then what's its capability of holding heat? And those two things can have a big impact on stuff. So maybe it passes heat through easily, but it doesn't hold a lot of heat, so it's not really good as a cooling material, but it's good for passing heat through as a radiant material. So it's... yeah, I can see how that could be tricky. Let's go and finish up this pressure management research. We have some guys that master jobs too, so we can do a little bit of job juggling. Our gopher can go to groundskeeper, maybe. Let's put lives alive over here. We can move our apprentice architect into apprentice miner. That's Matt. What else have we got? I guess that's it. Doctor Who soon. We'll max out, but that's okay. Probably keep them on research. Yeah, the heat of the colony is really one of the tougher things to manage. In part because there's so much heat around it now. So they used to have the cold biomes right next door, but now you've got all this heat out here. Oh, there's a geyser. A chlorine geyser. Bleh. Of course, our first geyser is a chlorine geyser. So you've got all this wonderful heat outside the colony that is it kind of encroaches in, right? So you end up having to do. There's a couple things you can do. I mean, early on, try to block the heat if you can by using insulated tile to try to separate your colony from the outside heat. It's not going to work perfectly because it's still going to get hotter over time, but it will slow the encroachment of the heat. And then B, try to displace the things that produce heat out of the core part of the colony if you can. So right now we have this in the middle right now, unfortunately, which I should move. These are producing oxygen at 30 degrees, which is unfortunately hot. We'd already moved the supercomputer and stuff to the side, so we can kind of displace some of that. All right, we have a loud sleeper, a mouth breather, and a mouth breather. Well, isn't that great? For learning, though, we do need another researcher, so we're going to bring in Stinky. Good job, Stinky. This could be Snoops. Snoops, congratulations, you're a little stinky. I promise we won't tell anyone. Snoops NZ. Print. That's duplicate number 8. We're going to need more bedrooms soon. Thought it'd be nice since I had water to work with. I started a map of the steam geysers near my base. Thought it would be nice because, yeah, so the steam geysers are great in terms of a source of water. The trouble is they produce a lot of heat. So you need to treat the heat accordingly, either by trying to insulate that geyser away from your base where it's going to be producing a lot of heat that can radiate in. And then when you start to move the water, you want to move it through insulated piping and stuff to try to like minimize the amount of heat that gets let off of it also. And then lastly is deciding whether you actually need to cool the water or not. Really, you only have to cool the water if it's a case of you're like feeding it into like a farm plot or someplace that's going to be open where the heat can radiate out. If you're feeding it directly into a machine, you don't have to cool it at all because the machines have set temperature settings for what they produce relative to what they consume. It doesn't really matter how hot the water is. Is there another geyser below your colony where the green patch is? Maybe? Normally you can see like a cold layer of neutronium underneath it. Oh, actually, this one's not cold. That's funny. Maybe they changed it. Trying to make them more disguised. A little harder to find. I don't see one here right now. It's not to say there isn't necessarily one. If we go into priority settings, sometimes sub-priorities will show you things. Because so if you see a marking in the ground, you can kind of see where the geysers are also. So like this one's a priority 5. Trouble is that the plants also get lit up. So there's one up here, unless there's a plant there. Yeah, just one geyser so far, I think. That looks like it. Crazy Sammy 37. How do you keep your researcher researching and not cook? Well, there's nothing for him to cook, so it makes it impossible for him to cook. How do we... Where's my priorities here? Alright, Dr. What? Everyone else has their wrench priority set. Okay, Snoops is not set up, though. What's going on with the Snoops? He's unemployed. She's unemployed, rather. Alright, let's go to jobs. I forgot to give Snoops a job. So we'll put Snoops on research. There we go. We have our artist over here. He's so bored. I brought him in to do artwork, and then I didn't give him any art to do. Poor, starving artist. Just give them, like, the super high decor area they can sleep in. totally a geyser there. The only 5 at the bottom of the colony. Okay, hold on. Oh, down here. Yeah, that's a geyser right there. And there's a cold neutronium layer underneath it. So we have one right here. And actually, we can kind of see whether it's a volcano or a geyser. It's a volcano. We've got a volcano. Mr. Chaos Guy, $5 super chat. You do more by cycle 15 than I can do by 25, and I love it because you're not min-max. You just enjoy the game. Thanks for keeping the game fun. Thanks for the super chat, Mr. Chaos Guy. Appreciate the support. Yeah, I don't know. I just, I think it's, I built so many colonies that I've just kind of gotten, oh, what is, we got flying artwork over here. I built so many colonies now that I've just kind of gotten a habit of what I do early on. So I just kind of run through it. And yeah, I totally don't min-max. I'm sure there are people that probably just pull their hair out of the way that I set up my colony sometimes. Jackie's Sculptures, derpy. Yeah, I already fixed it. I caught it. It's an anti-gravity artwork. It's fine. It's for, you know, it's future spacefaring people. They need artwork that can match it or something. Let's get a battery bank going down here. It's going to produce a fair amount of heat, and if I can try to minimize the amount of time they spend on that treadmill, I feel like by charging up the batteries, that would be handy. How are we doing research-wise? They're almost done with our pressure management. And then I think I'm going to go into ranching next. I'm going to try and get the feeder so we can try to keep our hatches tamed and happy, producing eggs and things we can work with. Another volcano. Where's Joe? Poor Joe. The worst part was Joe didn't even die to the volcano. He died to suffocation. It was sort of anticlimactic, really. That's a nice technique of finding a geyser. Yeah, it's kind of like... I'm sure... I'm kind of curious if at some point they're gonna nerf that. I mean, it's not really broken, I guess. But it is kind of handy. Using the either the priority overlay or the temperature overlay can usually uncover them for you. Now, you still don't know what they are until you go dig them up, of course, but... Alright, give me this so we can feed our hatches. This layer of natural gas down here is going to keep getting thicker and thicker. Thickerer and thickerer. Uh-oh. I hear my 5-year-old upstairs screaming. Hopefully her mother goes and gets her. Also, something you can do with the schedules is set sleep time for only for one slot and directly after that downtime. That way they do get the morale bonus from sleep until they are fully rested. Yeah, that would help too. I mean, I don't generally have trouble with stress. Usually I run pretty close to 0 stress anyway. But part of that is because I try to manage how quickly I promote them through the jobs now. I used to just promote them as fast as I could to move them up the tree, but realistically, they don't need most of those higher skill sets until later on in the game anyway, so I've just really slowed down how quickly I promote them, and that makes a huge difference in their stress accumulation. Because their morale requirement is just so much lower. Why does it sound like I'm getting all kinds of research done? Weird little audible sounds. So many audibles. You can hear my 5-year-old upstairs. Could you really hear that? That's crazy. It keeps giving the pop-ups like I've got research finished, but I don't. That's funny. Too weird. It's really funny you could hear her because I'm in the basement. And she's up on the 2nd floor. It's been a lovely day with the hubby. Now we're both sitting in the lounge with headphones watching different Fox streams. Nice. Let me guess, your husband's watching Fortnite, right? You're getting materials? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, it's just stuff unlocking because they're picking up the materials for it. That makes sense. Hey, Wander Trico. Yeah, they didn't clean the toilets yet. Who do we have on cleanup duty? Lives alive. Currently not feeling the whole lot of morale. Be nice to give them a break room sometime soon, too, I guess. I kind of want to keep building upwards. I think I am going to move this water from up top down bottom. I like being able to build upward. Plus, it'll act as an insulator down bottom here. So I'm going to move it. Let's increase the storage priority on this so they'll pick up the food there when I dig it up. Hey, I don't know. I feel like my base is really lopsided now. I've got like narrow end at this side and then it's really wide at this side. So the air distribution's not really working great for me. Plus I want to be able to build more stuff up here too. And I'm thinking maybe what I might do is above the farm, because we're not going to need a whole lot more than this initially in our farm. I might put some living quarters in this area in here. So I have some people living above the farm. Hopefully that will help manage some of the heat. Although it will produce a little CO2 that might drop down into the farm space, so I do have to be conscious of that. In which case the bedrooms in here I might want to set up to not have venting underneath the floor so that the CO2 drops out the ends instead of actually into the farm space. Thought about your niece for a moment, but then I remembered that she was at her mom's. Yeah. I can't believe you could hear that. It just goes to show you how sensitive this mic is. I'd guess it takes all week to go through the Fortnite stream. Well, yeah, they're so long, right? I mean, I stream for, you know, like 4 hours when I play Fortnite, so. You might have been the only one who heard it. I don't know. Wow, natural gas. Do you have a farting dupe? Yeah, we picked up a farting dupe right at the very beginning, so they've been just tooting up a storm in here. Something tells me you're going to starve to death again. No, we have almost 15,000 kilocalories worth of food. We're fine. For now. For now. We'll kill off the duplicants later. Don't you worry. There's plenty of reasons they could be dead. It doesn't always have to come down to that one. I'm going to put a second composter in here. Move the water down, you'll lose space for CO2. Keep that in mind. Yeah, there is that also. We do have a fair amount of CO2 down there, so it will force a lot of that upward. Not that it's really high pressure or anything. It'll definitely overtake this whole floor. Possibly the next one. I'm going to move it anyway. You are not mistaken, sir. However, I want to build up. Plus, it's really hot down bottom here. Like this, if I can dump water down in here, it will block all the heat off in here and stop it from passing up into the colony. And it's not nearly as hot on the top side of things. So it's probably still a better move anyway. New duplicate! Hooray! Someone else we can cause to die horrible screaming deaths. This one will be Nightcore. Nightcore 5770. Let's see. Squeamish buff. Yokel Iron Gut. No. 7 strength. We'll take this one. Good old nails. You can always rely on nails. Nightcore 5770. Print. Alright, that's duplicate number 9. We don't have a bed for duplicate 9. And I actually blocked this off up here so the duplicates can't even reach it. Okay, let's just cancel that derpy placement. Hey, my Odyssey does the Steam Geyser that releases 2,500 plus kilograms worth of water. 2,500 kilograms of water? Do you have any suggestions on how to cool it down? I'm having issues and I'm just about to run out of water. Well, it really depends on what you want to use the water for. If you're using the water to produce oxygen, don't try to cool it down at all. Just pipe it out using insulated pipes so that the heat won't spread out in your colony and cause problems, and send it directly into your electrolyzers. Because the electrolyzer is going to produce oxygen at a fixed temperature anyway. It doesn't matter the temperature of the input. If you're sending it to farm tiles and stuff, then you probably do want to cool it down. And I've had a couple of successful ways of doing that. Using radiant pipe inside of other water, it will change the temperature relatively easily. The trouble is if you're struggling for water, that's not really going to be a good option for you. So alternatively, you're going to want to send the water over to a cold biome. Use radiant piping over there. Ideally, if you can get into a place where the cold water is like settling down towards the bottom. Polluted water takes on heat fairly fairly well. It can absorb a lot of it, so you can run it through that. It really depends on what your purpose is in trying to use it. Can we name Nightcore Mackenzie? Yep, we sure can. Let's see. Oops. Mackenzie. Sure I spelled that right. I did. There we go. How about that? Perfect. Snoops with a $2 super chat. At least you can be safe super chatting in Oni stream. Oh, Snoops. At least until somebody sees the credit card bill later. Next thing you know, you're in court. The judge says, what's the cause of divorce? They say CrypticFox. They say approved. Brute force refinement, automatic controls. I don't really want automatic controls yet, I don't think. Although that will open up the generic sensors, which could be handy. It might not be a bad idea to set up a power system early on. I've kind of been delaying those lately and setting them for later. But maybe we'll go into air systems instead. Right up into... Actually, that's funny. They have weird branching there. All right, we'll get the air systems, and then we'll go up to distillation after, I think. Seems that since the abyssal changes, it's best to use igneous rock for insulated pipe, as it has the lowest conductivity, and you get tons of it till you get ceramics. Yeah, the ceramics are really good for blocking the heat, but the hard part with that is you obviously have to make it, right? Which is really kind of the bummer there. Let's build a ladder up here. We'll send the water down. Get ready for the CO2 apocalypse that's about to hit. Although, hold that thought. Let's cancel this first. I'm going to have them dig out this over here. Let's connect the two tanks together. It's going to drain the water out of here initially, but then what it'll do is when I dump all the water in here, it'll make much better longevity on the pitcher pump. And then I can close off this side altogether and just have them access it from the right-hand side. Trying to mitigate the chance that they're going to pollute it. It's going to happen eventually anyway. It happens every time, but we can maybe slow it down a little bit. No job for Mackenzie. Oh, yeah, we got to do that. What do we want Mackenzie to do? Groundskeeper, gopher, or sous chef seems to be... Whoops. That was not where I wanted to click. Groundskeeper, gopher. Let's make a gopher. Sibylline is 100% on apprentice miner. What's Sibylline earning in terms of morale? Current morale is 3, job needs 2. So if I can't bump her all the way up or she'll start to build up stress. We can go up a little bit and maybe send... Actually, if we send Sibylline down to a gopher... Yeah, that seems like a good solution. And then we have Nick Bost is an apprentice. We'll send them to gopher also. Let them build up on their wonderful gophering skills. Hollow Knight. I totally got to play that game. How do you play the beta? Sorry if I missed a response. Oh, if you want to play in the beta branch... Hold on, let me just pause this for a second. I'll show you. So when you go to your game, if you right-click on it and go down to Properties, and then click on Betas, and then in the drop-down menu, which is not working right now, maybe because I'm in the game, I'm not sure. You should be able to pick Space Industry Testing, and that'll let you get into the beta. And then the game will refresh. It's running right now, so maybe that's why it won't actually do it. But the game will run an update, and that will give you access to the beta. Now, just bear in mind that any save game that you start in the beta or that you open and play once you've launched the beta, you won't be able to go back to the other core branch. Now the core branch is going to be updated like not this Thursday but next Thursday anyway, so it's not really a long time. But you don't play the game, you just watch Jack. Yeah, I really want to play it actually. It's almost like Dark Souls for insects from what I understand, and it sounds kind of cool. I do enjoy Dark Souls. It's one of those games I love to hate to love, whatever it is. Right, so the water tank will overflow if you drop it from above. I don't think it will. By the time it displaces all this, I think we'll be okay. It's not that much water. It's a fair amount of water. How did the water get over? What? All right, good old fluid. Ugh. I set this up in a way that the water would ideally just fall right down the middle, and instead it's all over the place. Well, isn't that great? Yeah, it'll be fine. It won't overflow. Actually, it's at the rate that it's moving. I'll be lucky to even get it over there. Let's mop up this mess. I don't understand why that happened. Water everywhere. I have a whole bunch of duplicants with pneumonia from running around in the water that's on the floor for unknown reasons. Oh, interesting. It looks like when they move into the flow of water now, it actually... it interrupts it momentarily. That's crazy. Alright, we have a water feature in our base. It's a giant waterfall. Good old fluid dynamics. It's like honey. It acts more like honey than water. I hate that the toolbar keeps popping up every time I mouse over it. It's driving me nuts. Something to do with the beta branch. It just the borderless windows just don't seem to work as well. Okay, agriculture, we could go up here and get access to the fridge and the farming and stuff, but I'm not really ready for that. Anyway, generic sensors. Yeah, let's go into distillation. That'll give me the sieve, which will let us set up our bathroom system so we can get away from our outhouses. Handle them that water. That way. Hits dupes on the way down and displace. Yeah, I don't remember it doing that before, but it... oh, see, now it didn't do it. He just ran through it. It caused no issues. I don't know. We've created a water lock. The air is all being trapped on this side right now. Look. We've created a gigantic water lock. That's ridiculous. That's got to stop. We're going to have to dig this out up here. If we expand the size of this, it will... oh, there it goes. All right. Well, it was a short-lived water lock. All the air that was trapped on that side now is expanding out. The scientist is over there getting high from the oxygen we're producing while they're doing research. It'll be fine, he said. What the heck happened, he said. No, wait, it'll be fine. Pneumonia's fine. No, you were saying it was going to overflow over here, but it didn't. It created this weird little side pattern where it dumped off, but that's okay. Actually, this doesn't really reach far enough now over here. Can I dig this? Nope. Nope. Can't reach that. I'm going to need a ladder over here so I can get my duplicants in here to fix the water supply underneath this little pump. Mop all this up. How's our CO2 doing now? Yeah, it did overtake the bottom floor, but that's okay because we're not using that for any real constant duplicant purpose, so that's okay. Good times. We do have an issue with duplicants sleeping on the floor, though, because we don't have enough beds. So we're gonna set up a big bedroom up here. Probably I'll do a double-sized one. I have just enough room here for the plants to grow. I don't really need anything bigger than that. Get all this dug out. This will be where we'll do our new bedroom suite. 18 eardrums just went pop. Nah, the pressure wasn't that high. Did we get to block the left-hand side off? How do you mean, up here? To stop pressurizing, I mean? Go gadget duplicants. They're such industrious little fellows. High-pitched dupes on helium. Would they be silent or yeah, ultrasonic? You should make an actual waterfall with pumps just for decoration. Yeah, the trouble is to do that, you'd have to keep a really consistent flow of it. Because the water dropping into the pump always drops in droplets. It never comes out in a straight flow. So you'd have to like backfill to an area like that could sluice the water down, but fill it up at the same rate that it's dropping. Otherwise, it wouldn't come. It would end up playing it would catch up on it anyway, and then you'd be kind of out of luck. On the plus side, our duplicates are eating okay. They're not getting a like high morale boost or anything off their food, but at least they have a consistent supply of it. Oh, this is what you meant, blocking off over here. Yeah, yeah. Deconstruct this. We'll build a floor across here. And I think I'm gonna put some pneumatic doors here to keep our hatches in too. Hold on. Prioritize building the doors and stuff. We'll keep these guys in. This will be our very first farm there. A ranch, anyway. It's a shame they haven't got hydrodynamic power in this game. Yeah, but there's so many different things they've added to the game. I mean, I was actually impressed that they added solar power. I mean, I feel like it was sort of a natural thing once they got to the surface, but... Okay, I want to deal with the slime that's here. Maybe I should make this a door. I just had a thought, and it hurt. So I'm gonna deconstruct this, and we're gonna put a door here instead. That way I can access the water if I want to. I think I'm going to store some slime down here. So there's a little bit of slime they can dig out here that's going to be germy. No, the germs don't cause any problems in the water. And they won't off-gas either. So I feel like that's probably going to be a win-win. Duplicate number, whatever it is. Number 10. Let's see. I got Dr. What in here. Carter Clark. Okay, Carter. Small bladder, loud sleeper, slow learner. Slow learner is bad. Loud sleeper, I'm kind of giving them like barracks instead of individualized bedrooms. So let's take Ruby here. This one can be Carter. Carter Clark, welcome to the colony. Should build 2 doors instead of floors so that you can release the second big water pool of it. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be a problem when I release it anyway, I think. Judging by how the water behaved this time. Rotten water. Alright, consarned water. Right, where's my furniture? Cots. I think this is going to be too big for the bedroom space. What do we got here? Barracks. Max size is 64 tiles, so that's definitely going to be too big. So I'm going to split this into 2 rooms. Bed, artwork, bed, artwork, bed, artwork. And then we'll throw a door right here in the middle. Some tile above that. Because we're gonna need the duplicate space. I never stop taking them before when it's a reasonable time to do so. So that'll be the next set of bedrooms. They're also going to need artwork in here. Well, alright, I derped that up, didn't I? Good old clicking. Oh, come on. Where's my furniture? There we go. Artwork. Give all of them paintings, and then we'll give them all some statues too, because why not? Whoops. Misclicked. I know you're surprised, but I misclicked. There we go. Change your profile picture. Yeah, I think you mentioned that last night, didn't you? Beep, 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 please. Kaboom. We'll try to get you in here tonight, too. So we have time. What time is it? I can't even see. 11:39. Wait, only 20 minutes left. Good lord. Loud Sleeper was a night owl. You could put them on their own schedule. They would have slept when everyone else was up. Yeah, that's true. You could still fit one more bed in the original rooms. Yes, we can. If we want to crowd them in over there, I guess we can do that. We'll throw one in here. We're going to wind up taking up the... We're going to need it anyway. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that'll get me up to 18 duplicates just with that. Crazy. Oh, research. Okay, what do we want to work on now? So we have our distillation stuff done. Temperature modulation I should probably get so we can do some insulated tile. Try to protect that. The nice thing in sending all this water to a big sheet of water down bottom here. Ooh, let's set this for slime. Organic. Ooh, I don't even have the option. Where's our polluted dirt going right now? Should be going into the compost, but why is it sitting around? Alright. I can't set it for slime yet until we dig up the slime, so I guess I gotta do that first. Let's chop it. Was that water? Oh, polluted water in there. How much is in there? A lot. Oh boy, that's some really inconveniently placed polluted water. Okay. I think I'm going to attack it from above. We'll dig in through here. And then build a ladder down here. And we'll get them to breach the water from this side so it can drain over to here, and then I'll have to reseal it. Kind of sucks. Oh, we might not be able to dig through here, actually. We don't have anyone who's high enough mining level. So that constitutes a problem. So I can't do it exactly this way. Ladder down here. This is that time when you really wish you had showers for your duplicants, because this duplicant's gonna be a little nasty. Make that area your polluted water dump. Yeah, I was actually going to toy around with using... because we don't have any polluted water right now... Oh, actually, we do. Actually, we have it from the sinks. Where is the... Let me check the research. Where's the place for... Distillation, canister filler. Automatically stores gases. Canister emptier. That's for gases. I want the one for liquid storage. Liquid reservoir. So I think after we do the temperature modulation, we'll do improved plumbing. We'll get that liquid reservoir. I kind of wish they could add to it manually, but I don't think you can. Which is kind of a nuisance. We're soon going to need a proper bathroom, too, because this one's just not going to last forever. Jobs missed the space bar. Oh, Carter Clark. We did miss. Okay, hold on. Let's make Carter a groundskeeper. Can we make liquid hydrogen? Technically, yeah. If you can cool it enough. I think, well, actually, does it liquefy? I think it does. I can't remember whether hydrogen is one of those things that just sublimates directly from a solid into a gas. I don't think it is. Perhaps a deodorizer or two to clear out the PO2 coming from the P water, wash basins, composters. Yeah, so I made a point of trying to get there, but I haven't got the deodorizer unlocked yet. That's in decontamination research. Where is that? Ooh, I didn't go up high enough. So it's not something I have unlocked yet, unfortunately. I mean, on the plus side, the polluted oxygen that's there it's not like it's germy or anything. I mean, there's a little bit of airborne food poisoning germs, but they don't hurt anything. It's only the surface germs that are a problem. And only if it's the person who's, like, preparing the food or eating the food while they're coated in germs. Oh, look. Poor little Hatch is stuck on a ledge all by himself. Poor little Hatchy. He's all stuck there. Ooh, critter feeder. We got that. We should put a critter feeder down here for our shine bugs, too. You dig out all the germs and let it fall into the polluted water below and seal it off. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm trying to dig this out. Just for the polluted water, though. The slime that's here does present some different issues. Organic slime. Oh, they almost dropped Matt in the water. That would have been bad. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now I can seal it in this way. Oh, actually, I'm going to need insulation here because the temperature over here is a little on the warm side. Ooh, it's on the hot side. Let's close this off quickly. Throw a door in here. Oh man, they got to the door fast. It's still early on in the colony when they build things quickly. It's so great. Let's see. Shine bugs. What do they want to eat? Gristleberry. Well, that's great. I don't have anything that can feed the shine bugs. That's good times. They'll eat like phosphorus later, but I guess I just haven't dug any up yet. There's none in the core area. Barbecue, dirt. We don't want them eating dirt. Omelets, pepper bread, pickled sandstone, I guess. Let them eat sandstone. All right, let them fill that up. Our little hatches can eat. They'll be all super happy down there. Your 18 natural gas tanks ran out and everything shuts down all at once. Transit tubes, oxygen, food, and exit suits, and toilets. Oh, it was a complete disaster. Oh, I bet it would be. Oh my. Learn your lesson on multiple sources of power. Yeah, it is pretty important. Don't forget to adjust my disinfect limit. For which? For the door over there or for something else? Where did they go with that slime? Oh my gosh. Okay, don't put the slime in here, guys. I made you a separate storage container specifically for it. Put the slime down there. Alright, let's get our... I should probably get the deodorizer. So we'll work on that next. Don't disinfect the door. Okay, this... disable disinfect. I don't want them spending all their time trying to spray the container underneath the water. Ridiculous. Let's block access to this. I should have insulated tile now, so we can get that. Yeah, good. Okay. So we're going to set insulated tile in here, and then we'll dig our way through to it. Swap this out for regular tile under here. That's going to give them some more slime they can pack away. Good times. Actually, I should change this to insulated tile too. This could be one of our egress points over here, I guess, since I've already built it. Insulated tile. I'm going to throw a couple of doors in here. And we'll throw a switch on it since we have early access to those. Although we will need to refine some metal, I think, before I can do that. Whoa, I ran out of power. What's going on? Don't do this to me, guys. Run on that treadmill. Feed the matches metal so you can get refined metal. We only have copper so far, though. I'm really reluctant to give them too much copper. Well, we have 16 tons of copper. I guess that's not bad. There's only 4 in there. I thought there were 5. I wonder if one of them died or something. Come on, guys. Work quickly. You're letting all the stink juice in. It occurs to me when I was setting up all my paintings, I forgot to make sure I was using granite, so I didn't get the best decor benefit out of them. Have I researched the big batteries yet? Oh yeah, we have them built already. There's 4 of them over here. Big batteries we have. Okay, you guys should probably be allowed out of here. There we go. Get out. Sibylline with a $10 super chat. Good night, everyone. Fox, don't kill me or live. I will try not to. I make no promises. I'm very clear about that anytime I bring a duplicate in. There is no guaranteed survival in this colony. Have that door wait for me. I'll move that after. Okay, so up here we're going to do some more flooring. So this will be another layer here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do another layer up here. get all this dug out. I haven't decided exactly what I'm putting in here yet, but I do know I wanted to put a bathroom on this side. And we'll throw some insulation all the way down here too. Let's use igneous rock for that, I guess. Try to insulate all that off. Why do I keep the small battery? Oh, I thought I told them to break it. Apparently I forgot. You make me do, but fine if you say no. I can't make any promises, but we're almost done with the stream for tonight. And I'm still working my way through duplicates. So I'll do what I can, but I make no promises. They all sound so happy when they're eating. Duplicate number 11 coming in. Gastrophobia, so they won't cook, but that's okay. Tryptophobia, they won't dig, or gastrophobia won't cook. Okay. Not worried about the cooking, so that's fine. 5 tinkering. Why not? Let's bring in a Lyra. And this one can be... Who am I looking at? Crazy Sammy 37. Whoops. Come on. Oh my gosh. Darn rental fingers, they just don't work tonight. Crazy Sammy 37. Welcome to the colony. Ooh, it's a night owl too. Rent. Peter with the super chat. Great stream, Fox. Thanks, Peter. Appreciate it. Thanks so much for the super chat. Appreciate the support. We do need to give a job to Crazy Sammy. General engineer seems like an easy one. So he'll focus on operating, which is actually good because they weren't running on the treadmill enough. So now he can spend more time running on the treadmill. Adding a new critter just to stabilize the excessive regolith problem, and the biome destruction seems to be the wrong way to fix it, in my opinion. Well, yeah, they did also add in that auto drill thing too, which is pretty cool. I think part of it is that regolith didn't really have much of a purpose. And I guess now it kind of does. This is really weird, but I'm going to do a triple door system here. So I can close, I can block out a door there for insulation purposes. I don't have the wiring for it yet, but once we get access to it anyway. I wanted to set these up for copper. Oh, there's not even an option to put copper in here. We can't. Hatches, you can't feed copper that way. I guess as an alternative, we don't necessarily need to give them a feeder. I could just put a storage container down there and dump copper on the ground, but... Make another shift for night owls. We only have one night owl, though. Crazy Sammy. I should probably... So we only have the two toilets anyway, so I probably should realign those at any rate. Okay, let's set bath time over here. We'll give them a slightly different sleep cycle. Give them 2 days of 2 segments of downtime. We'll eventually bump this up so that they have more downtime segments. But this way they'll be using bathrooms at a different time. We can move Crazy Sammy down here. And then we'll just pick a couple of other ones randomly because I don't know which ones. I don't think we have any other night owls. But this will sort of segment them a little bit. So we get a little bit more staggered use of our bathroom setup. Stretch the distance that 2 outhouses will go. No, you have 2, I think? Really? Unfortunately, there's not a really convenient way to see it without actually flipping through all the individual duplicates, which I'm too lazy to do. He's like suffocating, trapped in the doors with no oxygen. Oh, gosh. It's like a duplicate torture chamber in here. Okay, so I don't have a kitchen space. I also don't have like a casual space for them to hang out in, or a storage room. And I wanted to do a bathroom on the left-hand side. Man, I'm running out of room already. So many things I want to make. So little room. I have one little insulation spot there I can't fix. Trying to give them access to it so they can fix that, hopefully. Would you scream while eating the dupes? No. Single word statements about batteries aren't helpful. What are you talking about batteries? I have batteries over here. Let me see. Brute force refinement, improved ventilation. Oh, that's cool. Gives you the sensors and stuff in here now, too. HVAC, I'm not really worried about at the moment. Improved plumbing would give me liquid storage. Generic sensors, advanced power, agriculture, animal control. Let's go over here. We'll grab improved plumbing. And then as long as they're out... Well, actually, I don't have anyone that can dig that abyssalite. I was going to say, as long as they're out here, I can actually give them a little mechanism to dump the polluted water out here. Seeing as how we already have it open, probably would be a good place to do it. If I could just actually dig this stuff. I'm going to have to give somebody a promotion before they can dig it. And unfortunately, we're not really producing high enough morale ratings yet. I guess we can do it temporarily. We'll give them like a short-term job promotion. Matt Hirsch can move up to the regular full-time miner. We'll get them to dig out the abyssalite that's here. And then I'll put some tiling here. And we'll put a little bottle emptier so they can dump the polluted water out here. Yeah, natural gas is building up, but it's okay. It's at the bottom end of the colony. It'll naturally sort itself below the oxygen. So as long as we keep our oxygen pressure up, it shouldn't be too bad. CO2 is also a little higher than I'd like it to be, but... What kind of geyser in the top left? The top left is a chlorine geyser. Produces 623.1 grams per second at 60 degrees Celsius, so that's a fair amount of heat. That's not awesome. Let's see if we can see any other geysers hiding here. There's that little volcano at the bottom there, which we haven't uncovered yet, so we don't know what it is. It still seems to be it for the geysers so far. So far, anyway. Over on this side here, I probably should do insulation, since I didn't get around to doing that yet. Igneous rock. Just insulate this whole wall. Did I run out of igneous rock? I did. It sucks. Thermally reactive, overheat temperature, blah. Who knew I would run out of igneous rock? It doesn't happen often. Mind you, it's relatively early. We haven't dug around in the other biomes and stuff yet, so I guess we just haven't encountered a whole lot of it, but... Chlorine Geyser room could be good for Pinchy Pepper. 6 degrees Celsius is ideal temp for them. Yeah, oops, suffocating. Matt, what are you doing to me? Alright, they're going to need another ladder or they're not going to be able to reach. This is going to need to be priority 9 with a ladder. At least go where you can breathe. There we go. You can breathe now. No, we can't breathe. No, there's a layer of CO2 there. Somebody get him. Oh, he's dead. Matt's dead. It's 11:59. 11:59 and Matt died. Right at the end. We got all the way to the end of the stream. And then I had to go and let a duplicate die. Arg. That's such a nuisance. Well, we built a ladder. How about that? Let's just leave Matt in the polluted water for now. He can feed the fish or something. Sorry, Matt. We made it the whole way through the stream, and then, like, right at the end, he's got to undercut himself, fall in the water where he's suffocating. I hate when they die on me. I feel like such a failure. Well, Matt was our only casualty, so I guess we should celebrate that much. Let's deconstruct the bottom rung on his ladder. I don't want them going down here to collect excess stuff in the water if they don't need it. Okay, there you go, guys. Good job. Excellent work. Fabulous, wonderful. They're rotten duplicants. They at least have a place to empty polluted water now. They can dump it on top of Matt. But we'll leave Matt inside of his own private little fish tank there, and he can play with the fish until we're streaming next time. We're going to continue with this colony on Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, tomorrow night I'm going to be playing Mark of the Ninja Remastered at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you want to come check that out, it looks like a pretty cool game. So I'm looking forward to playing that. And then on Friday, I'll be playing some Don't Starve Together. So it's just a whole week of clay games this week, which is pretty cool. They make all kinds of awesome games. Do I even care about Slime Lung? I do, but it's really all about airborne Slime Lung. That's really the problem. If we look in our germ overlay here, there's no airborne Slime Lung in here. Contact Slime Lung isn't that big of an issue. We could give them a sink over here so they can clean up, and I probably should. We'll give them a wash basin so they can wash their hands when they come back through. But when we come back next time on Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, we'll continue with this colony. We'll probably play this colony again next Tuesday, and then the next Thursday we might go back to the colony we were working on, because we're starting to get close to the point where we can start building some space stuff, which is pretty cool. So we'll kind of see how all that goes over. But thanks everyone for coming to hang out on the stream tonight. I appreciate the super chats, everyone, and welcome to our new member as well. It's really awesome that you guys support the channel the way you do, and the way that everybody's out here so often to kind of check out the streams and stuff. So I really appreciate that. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.